If they do not want a relationship, there is nothing under heaven and earth that will make it so. I don't care how good you look. I don't care how the cookie crumbles. I don't care what you got, who you are, and what you got going on. If they do not want to be in a serious, committed relationship, you will not be the one to change it. And if you are obsessed with getting into relationship with an individual who has made it clear through their actions, through the way in which they're moving through life, that they do not want to be in a serious, committed relationship, they are flip-floppy, hot and cold. If you are obsessed with turning that person out into a relationship or relationship material, you are operating off of your ego and you need to drop it immediately. I'm going to tell you right now, family. You are operating from your ego. Oh, I'm going to change him. Nah, but once he sees what I can offer, once she sees what you are fooling yourself, you are living foolishly and you are wasting your time. And you're going to get mad about wasting your time. You're going to blame everybody else. You're going to blame them. You're going to blame anybody else that you can. You're going to blame a whole gender. It's men are just problematic. Women are just problematic. No, you chose to continue to engage and entertain somebody who showed you what they were already about. And people will show you. They will tell you. There are women right now who are confused why things didn't work out with a dude who told them at some point, we're just having fun, we're just hanging out. And you thought to yourself, what? Oh, that was a pass to just continue to perpetuate this quasi relationship in your head, making up fantasies. He said, we're just having fun. You wanted a real relationship, a serious relationship, or you claim to want that, right? I want a serious relationship. And he said, we're just having fun. What? Wouldn't that be an indicator to you to say, you know what? This person actually might not be serious. They might not actually want a relationship. Because if they did, then that's what they would be saying, or at the very least, what they would be showing. Because somebody can say something different, but we're scanning for patterns and searching for the essence of a person. We're scanning. When I'm looking at somebody, now look, I'm locked down. I'm locked down for period. I got my soulmate. I'm good. But when it comes to anybody who's going to be interacting and engaging with me, I'm looking for receipts. I'm clocking how they move. Okay, this is how they treat their significant other. This is how they show up in this way. Okay, okay. I'm getting a character analysis of what this person is about. Okay, they say they're committed, but they're really not showing up. They're really not doing this. They say they were going to do that, but they really didn't do that. Lack of integrity. Okay, got you. I'm scanning, and then I'm moving accordingly. I'm not just going to bypass that because I want what I want. I'm moving according. I used to do that. Trust me. I would get somebody in position, in business or whatever it was, right? No Diddy, but I get them in position. And I would see that they weren't fulfilling that role. And I would just let it continue. Maybe it's going to change. Maybe it's just, maybe if I just encourage them more, maybe if I just push them more. No. There's nothing you can do to change that person because their habits are their habits. Their mentality is their mentality. Their character is their character, or the lack thereof is the lack thereof. And I have to be the one to make a decision to separate. And it's so hard, especially when you've already made a decision to lay up with this person. You just gave it up. And so now, they got you bamboozled. They done did all types of gymnastics on you, all kinds of things. And now you just, now you're in your feelings. Now you feel, no, we have to make this work. Okay, I'm gonna drop this little nugget in between this one. Just because they're willing to lay up with you does not mean they're willing to stay up with you. Just because they're willing to get into bedroom activities does not mean they actually give a damn about you. Just because they give you attention does not mean they love you. You have to understand that. Get that through that thick skull of yours right now. Your skull has become thick because you keep hitting it on the wall. And it has grown calluses and has become thicker and thicker. And the thicker it gets, the less information is able to go through that skull of yours. You understand me? You got to get this through this medulla oblongata. You got to get it through. If this individual is not showing up in the way that a committed person would. If they're not serious, if it's not their intention, let them go. But if your intention is to be, to lay up and not stay up, and when I say stay up, I mean, they're really going to actually be there for you. They're going to be down for you. Oh, but I got tricked. No, you didn't get tricked. You tricked yourself. Because why are you laying up anyway? Why are you so quick to jump to the sack? Well, I don't want to lose them. And then there we go. You're acting from desperation. No relationship is ever going to work out if it's from a place of desperation. I promise you that. That is a promise. I put my left and right hand on the Bibles. Bam, simultaneously. No relationship will work from a place of desperation. If you are desperate, you're going to choose from good enough. So you might look at the physical characteristics. Oh, they look good. They're this, they're that. Okay, checks off. I'm really lonely and they're the best quote unquote option I have. Let me just get into this. And you jump into a relationship and you find yourself, being neglected, having the Beats by Dre put on you. And you wonder what the hell happened. I tell you what happened. You made a decision not based upon who a person is and how they're showing up, but based upon a fantasy and a delusion you created for yourself in order to fulfill something for you. And the irony is you got the very opposite of the thing that you desired because of how you're approaching it. I've seen a multitude of brothers just get into stuff. You see these quote unquote celebrities getting into relationships. This brother Safari over here, man, I hope the best for that brother right there. But, psychotic woman in his life, like, brother, you were warned, you were shown. If at least your homies didn't tell you, then, the TV shows that she was on should have showed you. She's willing to put hands on anybody. Man, woman, child. She's willing to put hands on anybody. She's crazy. She's out of her mind. And now you're over here, man, this is what happened. Yes, brother, that's what happened. Because you weren't scanning for who this person was. I'm not just picking on you, Safari. They say we twins when I got my hair cut and stuff like that. We both got the same, forehead or something like that. But this is what happens to us when we're making decisions based upon superficial and shallow reasoning. This is what happens when we make decisions based upon desperation and want what we want. This is what happens when we make decisions based off of trauma. Let's get into that conversation. When you're used to dysfunction, when you're used to rejection, you got a rejection complex. I made a whole video on just that. Do you have a rejection complex? You probably do. If you continue to chase those who don't want you. Like, I remember this old saying, old timers used to say, grandmamas used to say, like, one who wants you, like who likes you. Simple as that, like who likes you. I used to be the dude who used to look for attention from people who didn't give a damn about me. And the people who were giving a damn about me, I was ignoring. I was giving no time of day. Because I had a rejection complex. I needed to do something, be something in order to be loved. And yet it would never be enough because that's what I was used to. That was my blueprint. That was my quote unquote foundation, my upbringing. You'll never be good enough and you're always going to be rejected. And so I carried that into later life until I realized, man, brother, you're holding people at arm's distance who actually want to love you. And you're bringing in those who can reflect that level of rejection in essence. And I had to solve for that. I had to fix for that. I had to do work around that. It wasn't their fault. Oh man, my exes are just this, my exes are just that. It's so easy to hide behind the exes. We just hide behind exes. That's all we do nowadays. My ex, my ex, my ex. The narcissist, the psychopath, the this, the that, the this. What about you? What about you? And there's, we believe that there is some sort of suffering that's going to come from taking personal accountability and responsibility when in truth, all that comes with it is freedom. That's really it. It's a formula, a perfect formula for freedom. Every single time. Works 10 times out of 10. Damn, 11 times out of 10 it works. When you finally start to look in the mirror, okay, how am I actually adding to this situation? Why is it that I keep getting ghosted? Why is it I keep getting into? Why is it I keep finding dudes who are so unserious? Why is it I keep getting hot and cold? Maybe it's because I'm actually a magnet to these types of individuals. Once you can reason with that, I promise you, freedom starts on that day. Because now you can start solving for the problem instead of perpetuating the problem. Simple as that. That's the game I'm dropping today. I'm out. I'm gone. About to get me some water, like some real water. I was about to sit here and just sip the whole damn thing like we're on a live stream, but we ain't about to do that today. So till the next time, peace. I
Used to be afraid of the dark, a place unknown like a heart in their heart. I used to see my life in the bar. Now the kids unchained, every shackle is lost. 2 steps in the moonlight, 2 step in the daytime. You just know when it feel right. You got a feeling the time's not. See you through those shades that I just threw on. Through my lenses, you just can't do no wrong. I fell in love with myself again. I fell in love with myself. I fell in love with the sunshine. I fell in love with the light. I fell in love with the full moon.